Hey guys, welcome back to another fingerpicking lesson. Marco here. Today we're going to have a look at 5 emotional chords. I'm going to show you the one that I love the most. We're going to have a look at the E minor, the D minor, the C major, the A minor, and the C sharp minor key. For each key, we're going to explore one chord and, the chord progressions that I like to play around the chords. Get the tab, check my Patreon page, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up with all the upcoming lessons. Now, the first chord we are going to play is a beautiful E minor chord, and it sounds like this. Now, the reason why I like this chord so much is because it's a very simple E minor chord. I'm playing the fret number 9 and the fret number 8, and also the G string open and the low E string open. It sounds really minor. And when I play this chord, I really want to come up with this type of chord progression. Now, the reason why this E minor chord sounds so sad is because I am playing it with the minor third of the chord as the voicing. So every time you play a minor chord and the singing note of the chord is the minor third, which is the note G for the E minor chord, the chord will sound really sad. In fact, if I play the E minor here, it is one thing. It does sound minor, but doesn't sound as minor as this one. Then obviously you can come up with the chord progression, and I was playing E minor, D add 11, and C major, and then E minor, D6, and D major 7. You can develop and come up with a different chord progression. So the very first chord, E minor, really sad. Now the second chord is in the key of D minor and is a beautiful D minor add 9. The shape is this one. So I'm playing the fret number 5, 7, I'm skipping the G string and the B string fret number 6 and the E string open. Now this chord sounds really sad, but there is also a little bit more darkness into it. And the reasons for that is because of this cluster between the note F on the B string and the note E on the top E string open. It's just like playing a semitone but on two different strings, F and E. Now when I play this chord, we are obviously in D minor, so I like to play something like this. So I'm playing a D minor chord, D minor add 9, a beautiful B flat major with the sharp 11, 6, 7, 6, and a C suspended 4, C sus 4, 3, 5, 6, open. So the D minor add 9, definitely one of my favorite emotional chords. It's a little bit darker than the E minor and a little bit more sad. Next chord, C major. Now, not all the emotional chords has to be in a minor key. In fact, I'm going to show you how you can actually play a very emotional, sweet chord progression with a major chord. Now, the C major chord we're learning is this one. So I'm playing the fret number 10, 12. I'm skipping the B string and the E string fret number 12, just 3 strings. Now the chord progression that I'm gonna play sounds like this. So I'm playing the bass note diatonically down and I'm following the scale. And as you can see, because we are playing the bass note always on the D string, The chords sound really tiny. We don't really have a lot of bass notes. The chords sound tiny and gentle, sweet and beautiful. So C major, a G over B, so 9, 12 and 10. A minor, 7, 9 and 8. And G major, 5, 7, 7. F major, 3, 5, 5. Back to the G, back to the A minor, G over B, and beautiful C major. So not all the emotional chords have to be in a minor key. So this is one example. Alright guys, the next chord in A minor key. We're gonna play a beautiful A minor add 9. And we're in position number 1. We're gonna actually keep the same chord on the top 3 strings. We're only gonna change the bass note. And this is going to give you a really, sad and melancholic emotional chord progression. The chord is this one. So I'm playing, the A string open, the fret 2, the fret 4, the fret 1, and the E string open. Now, the chord progression is this one. So I'm playing the A minor, then I'm only changing one note, the bass note. I'm going from the fret 2 to the fret number 3. Now this is a beautiful chord, played as an F. So I'm playing basically a beautiful F major 7 chord with the sharp 11. So it's 3, 4, 1 and open. Back to the A minor, and then a beautiful G suspended. So I'm changing the bass note and I'm playing the fret number 3 here on the low E string. Now guys, when you keep the same chord on the top, especially when you play a minor chord like this, and you only change the bass note, you can really come up with a beautiful melancholic chord progression. Just like if someone is sitting there thinking about the same thing. So the chord doesn't change because what we're thinking doesn't change. And so it does sound really melancholic, like someone is thinking about the past. And it's gonna sit there for a long time thinking about it. So it's a beautiful way to, give an interpretation to the chords. Pretty stretchy, so take it step by step if you wanna learn this chord progression. Alright guys, the last chord in C sharp minor, one of my favorite key. And we're actually going to play a positive emotional chord because emotional can also be something positive. It doesn't necessarily have to be something sad or melancholic. And this chord progression is really beautiful because we're going to be playing the C sharp minor 9 chord, which is this one. Which is the fret number 4, fret number 4, fret number 4, and E string open. I'm not playing the D string and the low E string. Now the chord progression sounds like this. So I really like the fact that you have this beautiful E major chord, which is a major chord, and it kind of open up a completely different vibe compared if we were actually playing just minor chords. Now I'm playing a C sharp minor, an A sus2 with a sharp 11, so it's the same chord just with a different bass note. And then just E major, you let it ring out, again. If you want to make it even more positive, you can actually play the E major with the major third on the top here, and that will definitely make the E major way more positive as a chord. And then you can finish with the B major. So beautiful, beautiful chord progression. This is probably one of my favorite. So that's it, guys. A bunch of chords, a bunch of keys. Make sure that you really, take it step by step with the video and learn the examples. Then come up with your own ideas. It's all about keep experimenting, keep trying new things. So I hope you enjoyed this video and good luck with the chords, guys. Let me know if you like it. See you on the next time.